Hey everybody, welcome to another video on the Tallonville Middle School channel. Hope you're all enjoying this Tuesday afternoon. I figured I would talk about Facebook. Now, as we all know, Facebook has been around since 2004, invented by Mark Zuckerberg. We already know all this. And now, of course, Facebook is changing their company name to Meta. Now, we all know Facebook is not really a trustworthy app. Now, granted, none of these social media sites are completely trustworthy to begin with. They all have problems in one way or another. But Facebook has got to be one of the worst, in my opinion. Facebook is the second worst app, in my opinion. TikTok being the worst, but Facebook is definitely the second worst, for obvious reasons. They don't respect your privacy, And you know that Facebook employees can look at any conversations that you have on your app. They can look at any conversations. They can look through private emails. They can look through all that shit. Well, not emails, but private messages. Basically all that stuff. They can look through it. Facebook employees. They can look through all that however they please. So I mean, it's not really a trustworthy app, in my opinion. Facebook has a lot of problems. There's so many problems. There's breaches on privacy. The fact that so many people have their accounts disabled. On some of them unfairly. I think that Facebook's policies are really dumb, in my opinion. In all honesty, I think some of their policies are truly dumb, in my honest opinion. Some of them. That's just how I feel, honestly. And this whole thing changing their name to Meta is like some kind of a publicity stunt, like some kind of a PR control, like some kind of a PR stunt, like some damage control, honestly, because of all the troubles the app was going through. Because last month it got shut down, Facebook got shut down. Not that it was serving much of a purpose for me personally. I don't really like Facebook that much, honestly. That's just a personal opinion. But yeah, basically Facebook got shut down for a little bit temporarily, and now they're rebranding it as Meta. That was Zuckerberg's little plan. Now, this really doesn't change the app or honestly anything about it. You just change the name, big deal. Okay, you can easily change the name of something that, for example, if you had M&Ms or something, or if you had let's say you had donuts or something, you change the name of it. It's not going to change the product or what it is. You can still like something and still dislike something even if you change the name of it. Changing the name of it does not change the content of what it is. Changing the name doesn't do anything. Doesn't change the image. It's still going to be the same thing even if you change the name of it. Changing the name doesn't really change anything at all. It doesn't change what Facebook is. It doesn't make us all magically forget about how Facebook has had problems. Okay, anybody with half a brain can tell that Facebook has a lot of problems. Okay, we're not stupid. We already know that Facebook has a lot of problems, obviously. So, that's just my personal opinion. So yeah, that's just honestly something that's I really don't think I really don't see how this is going to help Zuckerberg at all, honestly. Zuckerberg is thinking that with changing Facebook's name to Meta, that he could set up some kind of a metaverse, where he could contact people virtually, like a hologram, talk to people virtually, attend meetings virtually, play games virtually, attend concerts virtually. That's what he's thinking might happen, Well, I can understand that some of it. While I can understand all that, I mean, come on, would you rather go there physically or would you rather go there virtually? I don't think a lot of people are really that interested in going there virtually. I think some people are, but obviously not everybody. I mean, would you rather go there personally or would you rather go there virtually? I think we'd all rather go there personally rather than go there virtually, honestly. The version of an immersive digital realm is, it's not a new idea. It's not something that was thought of just now. 30 years ago it was thought about by a science fiction author named Neil Stephenson. He thought about an immersive digital realm. He thought about that 30 years ago. But Mr. Zuckerberg is hoping that Facebook's future on this whole thing is that it'll actually become a reality. A successor to the mobile internet. Now we don't know for sure if this will actually work or not, but Zuckerberg is hoping that people actually want to spend their time on this metaverse, actually want to be able to get involved with the metaverse, want to be able to give more time and all that shit. But come on, we all know Facebook is obviously collecting data on everybody that uses it. We already know that Facebook is a so-called evil company. Why would we want to use their app, and spend more time on this metaverse? When we clearly know that Facebook has a lot of flaws within the original version. Honestly, we already know that originally Facebook had a lot of problems on the app. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of crimes taking place. We're not dumb. Okay, anybody can research this stuff and know that Facebook has a lot of issues within its own app. I think anybody can figure that out. It's not that hard to figure out. It's not that hard to understand. Anybody can figure this shit out. It's not that difficult. But it's just. Zuckerberg, I mean, Zuckerberg can do whatever he pleases. It's his company, it's his rules. As unfortunate as that may be, you may not like the way Zuckerberg does things, but it's still his rules and his policies. It's his rules. You can't do anything about that. But it is what it is. You can't really do anything about that. Zuckerberg is going to do whatever he pleases. You may not like the way he does things, you may not agree with the way he does things, but it's still his company at the end of the day. It's his company, he can do whatever he wants with it. As unfortunate as that may be to any of you. It really sucks to think about. But honestly, I don't know if this will actually work or not, honestly. I really don't want to be involved in this metaverse, to be honest. If other people want to, by all means, go ahead, you do you. But I really don't want to get involved, honestly, in this metaverse that Zuckerberg is designing, Yeah. This whole thing, in my honest opinion, is like some kind of a PR stunt. Some kind of way to fix the mistakes that Facebook has made, some kind of way to for damage control. Facebook knew they messed up and they made a bunch of mistakes that obviously, a lot of problems in the app, a lot of stuff that's gone wrong, data leaks, all that, This is some kind of a PR stunt for Zuckerberg, some kind of a way to clean up his mess. And by changing the name, it all of a sudden miraculously change everything, magically fix all of our problems and magically help his image out and help Facebook look better. Which I don't think is gonna make any difference. All you did was change the name. You didn't change the app. You didn't change what it was like. You didn't change any of the features on the app. All you did was simply change the name of it. That's literally all you did. That's not really much. That's literally all you did. That's not even much of a big deal, honestly. You only changed the app. That's literally all you did. That's not really much, honestly. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, honestly, about this whole thing. This whole thing is a PR stunt. Honestly, I really don't agree with the metaverse. I was never really fond of Facebook to begin with, but this metaverse thing, I mean, I'm not really a fan of it, honestly. I really don't care for the metaverse, honestly. It's all just a PR stunt for Facebook, honestly, at this point. I'm not saying I agree with. I'm not saying not saying that if you want to join this metaverse, by all means, you do you. It's your life, you can do whatever you want. But I'm not interested personally in joining this thing, honestly. But that's just my personal opinion. But that's all I gotta say. Those are my thoughts about Facebook changing their name to Meta. It's not going to change anything, honestly. You change a product's name, that doesn't change what the product actually is or what it represents or what it does. Changing the name of a product doesn't change what it is, honestly. But I mean, that's all I gotta say, honestly. This whole thing was just a PR stunt, honestly. It looks like a PR stunt anyway. We all know that Facebook is inherently evil in a lot of ways, man. They steal data on people, they sell data, they make money. As long as they're making money, it's all that matters to them, honestly. They don't truly care about their users on the app, honestly. The people behind Facebook, their employees, don't care about the people using the app. They just want to make money off the people using it. It's pretty obvious to anybody that's known this long enough. Facebook only cares about making money. And they'll collect data on their users. They'll do all that shit, honestly. But that's all I gotta say. Those are my thoughts about Facebook changing the name to Meta. And I hope you understand my points. Stay safe, everybody.